Just so we're all on the same page, this box says it is a Alpha Performance GTR CNC big bore throttle body with vibrant HD flanges. I don't have a GTR. The other day, Phuong sent me a photo on Instagram. It says, Merry Christmas, congratulations on 300,000 subscribers. So just so we all are on the same page, I have no idea what's in this box. I really do hope that that's the label that was on it when he got it, and then he just put something else in the box, because obviously I don't have a GTR. I have no idea what this is. What are we looking at here? Oh, dude, this is sick. Everybody keep calm and get a grip. This is sick. I actually noticed first is there's a secret pocket right here. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is a pocket. And it says right here, your secret pocket here. I literally opened this in perfect time too, because we just gained 6 inches of lift on the Jeep. And when he was here, he's like, bro, I gotta jump into this thing. Like, he was saying that I needed grab handles. I completely didn't expect that. But thank you, dude, this is awesome. So the handle actually looks like it matches the Jeep. Oh my God, dude. We're on such a roll with matching things to the Jeep. Look at this thing. Oh my God. That is fire. I don't know what these guys are though. This is a much smaller package. I've never seen these before. I don't know how he found these. These are super cool. So these are rear handles. These go underneath the headrest and then grab the bar. I also just realized, for those of you guys that don't know who Phuong is, he's the guy that came all the way from Alberta to help us PPF the entire Jeep with the Lumar Valor. So Phuong, thank you very much. We might just have to take the roof off for the very first time to get these things on. It's so close, but the Velcro is just hitting. Brad's gonna hate me for this, but you guys know I was always gonna take this roof off. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna buy a Jeep and not take the roof off. First of all, with the roof off, the vibes are so high. Second, look how sick this thing is. This is like, it actually folds up really nice. This is a little pouch. This was in the second one that I opened. You didn't actually see it when I unboxed it all, but you can put like whatever, like flashlight or something in here. It kind of expands. And they all came with this grip. I put the grip on just to see. Honestly, I don't like the grip. I'm gonna take the grip off. That is sick. And they're like super secure. Like I can put all my weight on that. That goes nowhere. It's got like a utilitarian vibe to it, obviously, because it's like got its little storage compartments and all that stuff, but that's dope. Thank you, Phuong. Everybody check out Phuong's YouTube channel, show him a little bit of love. We are back today with this freaking beast of a Jeep, dude. If you haven't seen us install a lift kit, I'll leave a link in the description to the video. Sick lift kit, and it gave us a lot more lift than we were actually expecting it to, which is resulting in me being a lot more scared to actually drive it than I wish I was. Mainly because of this front drive shaft. So if you guys haven't seen this drive shaft, I did my best to get the angle right coming off the front axle, but when it gets up here, dude, it is so close to just being maxed out. Like, that's crazy. And it's not good, and it can bind up, and like, because we weren't expecting it to be this much of a lift, I didn't have the drive shaft ready to go. I opted to get a custom made drive shaft from Tom Woods. So you can get like I got a 4-inch lift kit and 35s. This is my drive shaft. They sell them like that. But you can also get them custom made because every lift kit is different. So for example, if I had gone and got the 4-inch drive shaft and my lift lifted me 6 inches, I would be the guy who bought something that still doesn't do the job perfect. Thankfully, I didn't do that. Tom Woods recommended I get the lift on, take a quick measurement, send it over to them, and they will build me a custom drive shaft. So lift is on. I have drove it around for the last couple days. Even though, like I told you guys, I'm absolutely terrified of doing so, I've just been trying to get it to settle at the same time, and I've been trying to drive it like on the flattest ground possible. So here's what I gotta do. I gotta measure from this face right here all the way to right behind all those Torx bolts. A measurement of about 38 and 1/8. You guys can actually kind of see it better from this side. This is entering that transfer case. It's just not good. It's not good at all. Also, for everybody that likes little Jeep Easter eggs, look at this stupid guy. I don't really care for these things, but there's a little Jeep guy on your drive shaft. Just took a 5-minute under the Jeep email, sent them the measurements for the drive shaft, so hopefully we can get started on that ASAP. because like I told you guys, I can drive it and I have been driving it. I just really don't want to cause problems. This thing is like literally brand new. So since I just told you guys that we are not beating the crap out of this thing until we get that drive shaft, something we do have to do before we go beat it is we gotta find a way to make a sway bar disconnect bracket. So my lift kit came with sway bar disconnects, which is really cool. When you go off-roading, you can disconnect it and it'll allow you just to flex a little bit more, like it'll allow a little more movement in the axle. Tons of videos out there explaining why you would want a sway bar disconnect if you guys don't know. So what's cool is we got them front and rear, which is actually really hype. A lot of people don't get the rears, but there's nowhere for it to go, which at this point makes it useless. What am I gonna do when I take it off? I'm gonna unclip it from here, but it can't hang, it's gonna get caught up in things. I feel like the front should be pretty easy to make a bracket for. The rear, on the other hand, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. This is something that I probably could have bought brackets, but you guys know me. You guys know I love to make stuff, and I feel like recently I haven't been able to just make something, whether it's literally just a stupid bracket. Since day one, we have been making stupid shit for cars, just like random little things like this, and I woke up this morning and I just really wanted to make something. Something I've learned with this Jeep, and I should have learned with my truck, they are so much easier to work on just off the ground. Everything is just so heavy. It's so, the higher it gets, shoulders blow up. It's just not fun. We basically just gotta pop this out, pop this guy off, pull this guy around, and then pretty much, I think as long as I can, you know what, why don't we undo the other side too, to make it a little bit easier to work with. Oh dude, it actually comes out way easier than I thought it would. That is beautiful. Okay, well, I guess you just gotta push this up. Really just needs to go onto something like up here. Up here actually could be a sick spot. All right, this is where we commence full send. Oh, dude, that is so much better. Look at that. I had to friggin' two-hand squat this thing to get it up before. Now we start. Yo, this might be one of the simplest, most useful things I've ever made, dude. Look at this. This is like, anybody can do this. I was trying to do something that anybody can do without having to go and buy things or search for things or whatever, because I know a lot of people just want to get something done. They don't want to mess around and order parts. If you can order parts, you may as well order a bracket, whatever. I don't know, I was just trying to be creative and see what I could do. So this is aluminum, so I don't really have to worry about it rusting too much. I actually reused an intercooler support that I have had sitting around for like 2, 3 maybe years. Like, I've had this thing for so long. So this is extremely replicatable for you guys to do at home. So simple. And then I did it on the angle. You guys can see right there. So like I hammered it so that it would be kind of tilted. Because when you get this guy up, he goes in on an angle. He doesn't go in like parallel to the frame. Give this a quick double check here. That goes through. Plenty of room for the pin, dude. This is sick. Dude, let's go. Look at this. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. This guy comes up. I got him on the perfect angle, literally effortlessly. Watch this. Boom. Like that just goes on and off. The only thing it hits on is this. Actually, it'd probably work better if I extended this and lowered this down a little bit, but pop the pin. I'm gonna just say we reuse the pin, so when this is, the pin's either gonna be there or here, that way we won't lose the pin. Dude, this is like the most replicatable thing. Literally just take a bolt that doesn't have threads after, I forget what they're called. Take a bolt that only has threads for so much, cut the tip off, and then drill a hole through it, dude. That is literally exactly what this is. I just recreated that 100%. I literally just put locking washers, one on each side. Boom, boom. and it's aluminum, so I don't have to worry about it being in like a high traffic wheel well area where it's gonna rust or anything. I mean, it might scratch up once I paint it, but I actually had a couple other ways I could have done this too, but I know for a fact that I'm gonna get a stubby bumper. I just really like the way they look when they come kind of just to like right about here. And I didn't want anything big and bulky sticking out because it would be the worst to be driving and see this thing coming out. So I did my best to kind of tuck it up and away. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is just make this boy invisible. We'll just, I guess you'll just see this, paint this thing up black so you don't have to look at it. I'm actually just really impressed with that. I didn't think I was gonna be able to pull off the actual pin part where you drill through the bolt. It was a really hard thing to do because those bolts are obviously like hardened to some degree. I actually used pretty good bolts. You guys probably could have used cheaper ones, but I went through so many drill bits just trying to get through the freaking bolt. So that has me feeling good for the front. The rears are a little bit of a different issue though. So, this guy doesn't really give us a lot of options. That's the issue. See, because if you go down here, you're gonna hit the shock and that can't happen. So it's kind of gotta get pushed up. My thing is I'm just worried about this being too, like say I did something like this. I'm worried about this being too far away from the frame and the tire when it comes up hitting this. So that's like a super probable thing to happen. Now for the rear, it's actually a really big debate if it's even worth doing. And the reason is when you're climbing something off-road, like what's gonna happen is when the Jeep starts to go like this and lean towards like, if this wheel's coming up, and then all the weight's transferring onto like the passenger rear. What's gonna happen is instead of it kind of stretching itself out, I don't know the best words to describe this. Instead of it stretching itself out with no sway bar, all the weight's just gonna slosh over, and it actually wouldn't necessarily achieve as much with the rear sway bar disconnected. But there is situations where the rear sway bar disconnected would achieve more. I am just trying to have some fun and enjoy my life, so I don't really give a shit about what's better where. This came with rear sway bar disconnects, so I am going to build a bracket in case I ever want to disconnect it. That's all I gotta say. I know some people get really mad about rear sway bar discos and stuff. There's very valid points to everything. I don't really give a shit. This is a 33. And you can see this is the sway bar all the way up. It's hitting the exhaust actually just a little bit. So like any bigger tire is gonna be hitting that already. I don't like to admit defeat, but I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if it's doable. I've been questioning since I put this on actually how I'm supposed to put my new wheels on because they're 17s. These are 18s and that bolt is gonna be hella close already. So I might even have to change something up here. Maybe they just gave us a disco just because like, in case we ever really needed it, but like I don't know, dude. It just there just doesn't seem to be anywhere for it to go. I can't figure out how people do this. I don't know if people do this. My only thought is I could get another one of these pins. I'd have to obviously buy one with the threads on it and put it through this, or just get one that has a pin on, I don't know, and then I could disconnect the top and the bottom, but then I still don't know what I would do with that bar. This is something that unfortunately we're gonna have to wait until we get our new wheels and tires on there. Actually looks really good on the ground. You honestly don't even really notice it. What I did was I put this at the top of its range so I can still slide this bracket all the way down. That way if this ends up being an issue once we get bigger tires or whatever the case is and when we're fully turned, if we're getting near this, we can lower it, which will kind of pivot this whole thing down. There's also the option to extend this, which will push this farther down. Tons of room for moving stuff around up there, which is cool. And 100% painting it was the right choice, dude. You don't even notice it at all. Like nothing in here is noticeable except obviously like the pin. I have this up here just so I don't lose it. But like even when this isn't on and this is chilling, if you see anything, you'll just notice, oh yeah, that's where it goes. And it goes on so nicely, dude. Like we pull up to a trail, just, oh, if you can get it lined up. So, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some more of these. I might actually buy those like D-ring ones that click back and forth. So they're like super, like ones you would use on like a trailer or something. That way when it pops, it never, ever, ever comes off. But dude, that's just so, I wish I could flex this thing out right now just for. And if you look at the bracket, once it's like, even if I have a stubby bumper that is shorter than the grill, which I don't want, when you're over here, you still don't even see it past the grill. So I think that's literally perfect. And it looks so good. So obviously I'm a little bit upset that we couldn't do something in the rear. You guys know that I just like to be able to make stuff. And the fact that we couldn't, kind of a bummer, but I can't get mad about it all day long. So shout out to Fun for those handles, and I hope you guys really like that little bracket thing. It's so cool and so easy to just replicate for anybody. That's basically it. Today's video was another quick one, but we can't frickin' drive this thing. I'm pretty sure you guys aren't gonna get a video from me for at least about a week or so. We're gonna do a bunch of family stuff, Christmas, all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you guys celebrate. Thank you guys for watching, and tell you guys that we will be back. But if you don't see any videos from us in the next couple days, we have things to do. So that's all I got for you guys. Have a good holidays. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay committed.